Okay, hi Fizia.
Hi, Oksana.
Yeah, so today I'm gonna channel. We decided to do that, but before I wanted to share, there's this one story that really touched my heart, and there was a Russian soldier who surrendered basically, but there's a Ukrainian girl who saved his life. And he told his story on national TV, and he said, I'm just gonna go tell everybody because when I called my mother on the phone that was provided by Ukrainian people, his mom said, I called everybody in Moscow, and they said, well, if your son comes back, he goes straight to prison for 20 years up to the lifetime sentence because it's like he betrayed, his army and his commander and president or whatever. So he's kind of stuck. And he said, well, now I have nothing to lose. I'll tell you the story. So our commanders, first of all, they inject them with something every day. Some of
Mm,
them know, some of them don't even know what it is. He has no idea what it is. It's a cocktail of chemicals, right? Of drugs. So they are
mm,
on drugs, and they told them to shoot like people on the road. They were, and the people are just the families, and that's why we see so many families. And my friends I call every day, they saw it with their own eyes. Cars stopped with the bullets through the, and there's like children with mother and father dead inside. So that's what they see, and it, because they're given by commanders this command to shoot civilians in their own cars. And he said that I was told to do it, and that I felt terrible that I did what I did. So he somehow, they got either hit or he escaped, he jumped out of the tank, and he tried to help the very family he was shooting before. And he said there was a barricade there, so he dragged the father of this young girl who was like 19 years old or 20 and her mom behind the barricades. Or all of them were hiding, him and the family. And then he said that my own Russian friends, whom we were inside the tank, it's like a group, the very guys I talk to every day, they, because commander told them, they start shooting me in the legs so I wouldn't be able to run, and they hit him on one of the legs. And then he said that, well, and then they actually killed the mom of this girl, and the girl saw him like in pain, and she said like, okay, well, let's do this, like I'll get the keys from my mom. So she runs quickly, gets the keys from, her mom is dead, takes the keys out of her pocket of her coat, brings them, and says, okay, the car is right there by the woods. Let's just run. So they're kind of like dragging, she was dragging him, and the elderly father was kind of like hopping, behind. So they got into the car. She drove him to her house, and they called the ambulance there. And that's how he remained alive to tell his story. So basically, see what they're doing. They're not only making Russian soldiers, by lying to them that, well, we came to, we're coming to Ukraine to get rid of neo-Nazis in Ukraine. Ukrainian people asked us to help, and but that doesn't coincide with the story, because only from Lugansk and Kharkiv that people supposedly asked according to their story. But why would they go further? Why would they destroy the infrastructure? They actually destroyed the bread making factory, the biggest in Kiev in Ukraine, this morning, and they destroyed schools, even the empty schools, like just destroying all the buildings altogether. And unfortunately, some of the buildings, people are coming to get like clean clothes and stuff, and they get killed, and they pull them out from the rubble. And so it just tells you what a madhouse it is. So basically, this crazy, whoever he is, well, in Russian session we saw that he's just a dull mannequin filled with programs, named Putin. There's lots of Putins, clones, doubles, whatever, running a program. obviously controlled by alien groups,
Mm-hmm.
to destroy the Slavic nations. Both.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. It's not only Ukrainians. They want to destroy Russian people too, because now they pulled the economy 20 years behind. And the only solution here, as I see it, is for see there's like two types of Russian soldiers. There are those who get injected but still don't lose their human self, so they feel terrible that they are made into killer machines, or they're pressured to do it. It's either you get killed or they'll kill you, like, they'll kill you or you kill them. Or like you can go back to your country either because you'll be in prison for the lifetime. I mean, there's nowhere to run, because they understand what they're doing. They understand they killed. I mean, I saw today like multiple people, even people posting on their own little channels of like 200 subscribers, the videos they took with their own phones how the mother kisses the 18-year-old little baby boy goodbye because he got wounded and they couldn't save him because the Russians bombarded the hospitals also, the very hospitals where our doctors are trying to save the lives of their own Russian soldiers. So you understand the force we're dealing with. This is not human, like David Icke said. Remember my words. This is a non-human force.
Mm-hmm.
So from that
In fact, they
perspective,
call the special force they call amphibious.
mm,
You understand the word? Is correct.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They're
They, they,
shapeshifters.
they
There are
come from the
different
water.
kinds of
They come from the water. Like
yeah, there are reptilian
yes,
shapeshifters
they
who
come from
are
the water, and they call for real amphibious. Because
right.
they can act basically with water, and they can act with the soil. They can do both. So I would like to ask you,
Yeah.
after all these sad, unfortunately, stories, but the soldier that refused to kill even the girl showed, humanity, show that he has still a consciousness. When
Mm,
the others, they obviously they are defected. They are. You can tell that they are, controlled by
mm,
these special cocktails. But would like that you channel from the information that
mm-hmm.
this soldier has, this young soldier, and from the soldier we can go to easy commanders. From these commanders we go to the basically top. What is the real story here?
Mm-hmm.
And also, who is helping this project? Because this is a plan, obviously, that has placed for quite a long time, and they was wanted to find the right moment. Okay, this is
The physio, I see like huge lips, like like a fish lips, and the what you were talking about, amphibious. He's got like instead of the nose, two holes,
mhm.
black little eyes, like ants' eyes. And then it goes like a head, but it's prolonged. It's very, it's scaly, but it's yucky when I touch it. It's slimy.
Mhm.
And the back, it goes like the lucertola, come si dice in
Lizard,
English?
the
The
lizard.
lizard. Yeah, in the back, and he has a tail. It's pretty long and like thick tail, powerful. Like you can tell he can hit you by your legs and you'll just follow. He can even break your legs easily with that thing. The color is greenish, yellowish, kind of dark on the outside, and the front is more like cream and dark green, like the swampy color.
So is alpha man alpha fish, or is all?
Let me touch 32% reptilian, and this is like a mutation, different kinds. There's even frog, lizard, draco, some
Okay.
six
So
percent
this
draconian.
can you ask this what how we call this reptilian, where it come from, for which lab it comes from, or it come is a mix. Obviously, it's DNA is it's not completely from the
Fizia,
planet.
this is really crazy. Cause I see the first one you said is China.
Mm,
China. I see that then a Russian and American are like together sponsoring it or whatever. Like there's three of them. But what's happening now is there are they're fighting. All three nations are fighting with each other. They were together. There's something about the plan that got broken. I see like a broken plan in front of me. It says on it,
mm-hmm,
and what is happening now is I see bombs exploding, and through explosions of bombs, there's like portals opening, and these creatures are coming from all over the place. Like it's really crazy. And I see them eating like dead bodies of soldiers. And I see Nordic, like this tall Nordic people.
mm-hmm,
They're walking like across battlefields. They have some device, kind of looks like that stinger that they show the German stinger, like in Titanic, like a long uh, thing that they suck the souls out from the tops of their heads. Like I see before the soldier even dies, like he's like in agony, like he got hurt, but he's not dead yet. They
mm-hmm.
somehow like pull the soul out because the soul is ready to um, catapult out of the body. It
So
understands the
basically,
body's not gonna survive.
so when they collected basically the souls of the dead soldiers, they recollect the souls, or
Yeah, it's like a crazy system. There's like a sack, like like old vacuums type thing, like a sack, and it's like a pipe, and the pipe is made out of like a black net, and it goes up, up, up. And there's a big platform with sacks, and they get filled up with souls. It's like a weird thing to see because they take shape and form of some sort of like containers. They solidify when you go on the platform, just to explain to you, because through that big it's like a big hose, that they use for sewers and stuff. Kind of looks like it, but it's made out of like a black net, and the souls go like in inside that. The platform is huge, gigantic, and it's all built on negative emotions on when and it's like it's built on the emotions of death. Like I see big letters death, and it's like this emotions are produced. It's like a big black cloud coming off from each single body, from all the people who are running away under bombs because they're very low vibration, the people who kill in low vibration, the people who are killed in low vibration, the people who are scared in low vibration. It's like the whole thing is just like a big black ball, but it looks like it's getting bigger and it can explode anytime. It looks like a nuclear bomb that is like ready to explode over the whole world. And everybody in the world I see like motionless, stuck and watching with big eyes, and I don't see people move. The etheric bodies of people in countries who understand reality as it is happening now and don't buy into like false anything to separate themselves from this reality, even though they're very much still stuck in it. At this point, it's like a point of freeze. You know how you freeze everything and you stop the film and you got a frozen picture?
yeah,
That's like I see it now. Like it's just weird. It's
yeah,
like people's bodies are moving, doing what they're supposed to do, taking care of themselves, kids and all that, going to work. But in fact, they're energetic bodies up there watching it like in horror type
Mhm.
thing. I almost feel like even those who try to convince themselves that it's being done for a good cause or whatever, they subconsciously, their subconscious parts don't buy into what the rational part believes. And there's a disconnect here.
Mhm.
I feel like these people are gonna make a circle, a loop, and come back, reunite with their subconscious, and tell themselves, you know what? This is all like fake programming. It's as much there's a lot of fakery going on, but it's all based on AI technology. We're
Mhm.
all basically will live in a cube of AI technology, and this AI technology is shooting. It's like roots of a web. The web looks metallic to me, like thin little. It seems like hair, thin metallic ribbons or wires.
Mhm.
It's like a net. It's a fish net. We are in the
Okay.
fish net.
Is Oksana, can you check, if the fake sun is something, it has something to do with the melting ice and these Nordic soldiers, I don't know, they are coming from, I don't know, it's basically something is revealed in Antarctica because we have a basis there, yeah? Is this something is coming from the, when you told before about these Nordic tall people, and the fake sun probably is melting this ice because it's fake, because it's like you put a microwave, obviously big microwave in front of the ice actually inside, and this is why they have this day, they put the day letter in
That
everywhere like stamping
yeah,
like
Ephesia, but right now is the globe is split into halves, and imagine if you cut an apple into halves, but it's still connected at the bottom.
mm-hmm,
That's how I see right now. And I see that there is a still connection going on, much like umbilical cord from a baby to a mother. And then I see the people, the good souls who are being killed. Some of them are stuck in and taken out, but some of them, especially children, they're taken to this good part of the earth. I feel like it's very high vibrational, but only people who connected with their subconscious and understand this is reality, this is what's going on, are going there. The other ones are delaying their progress of consciousness by believing in the wrong AI technology operated fake. So it's like much like this the earth is split up into halves. Like I told you, some
mm-hmm,
people are split up into halves. Subconscious is somewhere there, almost like saying the body has to go from some period of believing some of these fake stories, that it just like Russians, but it's not only Russian people. There's people in the world also who believe the story. It's totally fake AI generated story about the special operation that they're saving Ukrainians from their own, or Ukrainians are shooting their own Ukrainians, which is like we lived in peace until now and now we're shooting ourselves. It makes no sense, but why the people believe in it? Because simply their soul is gone. They don't have a soul right now in the body.
exactly. And I was sick that day. I think they put in a brand. It's like a mark, the mark of the devil, we
Oh
can
my
call.
gosh, if he sold
Okay.
his soul. I
And
see
I
him
can
right
see
now.
this is
He
for the
sold
people
his
to see.
soul.
I just showing the picture, of the day. Now, if I put another day, guys, okay, at the contrary, look at what's happened here. We can have another day, and look at that what we have here. So this is the same day,
It's
and it's
it's an
like
infinity mark, Ephesium.
the swastika of the Nazis, but this time they want basically mark every, like when the farmer marks the ship.
Right.
And this is, when I saw the athlete, the Russian athlete that he had in his basically we call his tracksuit, he had this Z. Z, sorry, Z. I realized. I mean, the kid, unfortunately, it wasn't his fault because I think they told him to wearing this special shirt. I feel really sorry for him, but basically, this is to show the world, this gymnastic guy, yeah, 20 years old, to show the world this is a Z. This is the program. This is the new people they want. Okay, and they have. This is why all the people that at the moment they're doing this propaganda. Yes, but remember what's happening in Donbass. Remember what guys. Go to Wikipedia and check the story of Ukraine, of the origins, the language, the culture. So basically, yes, you're right. They want to basically do a genocide, and that it's something is much bigger here. So I was checking with my pendulo. Definitely, China is really part of this. But that start. Do you have do you think there's a connection with the pandemic?
There's a lot of things, okay? That, like from the English alphabet, right? If you put it
Mm-hmm.
together, I actually see like a bow tie or also infinity sign. But infinity sign, it comes from infinite force of, let's say, original humans. And the Slovak carry Slovak nations all together. And there's a lot of mixture in the world of Slovak nations, okay? It's not like pure anymore, really. But the land of Ukraine, it's like it's lighting up, and I feel like it's almost like the earth is giving birth of the of this one big, very tall, like original human with a sword. The sword is energy, energetic. It's blue, and the one that it's the thing is blue on top but yellow at the bottom. It's like a symbol of the Ukrainian flag. And he's also saying, and then I see like all the flags of like Yugoslavian, Russian, Polish, like all the flags around him, like spinning around like this around his sword, and he's saying like we are the strongest, we can hit all the ones who are whose minds are invaded, whose souls are sold, and who are using the bodies of Slovaks to kill us. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like on both sides.
I have the Seven of Swords, which is the thief stolen from a camp all the swords. What you can see in this card, because this card is showing me that they're stealing the swords. They're taking away these words, okay, because of money. This is everything connected with power and
This is
money.
somehow Ukraine is the
All
heart
this
of the
ball of shit
planet.
that is this guy is going to clean, that is doing this is cleaning for Nazi, that this is a white hat. Guys, it's just terrible,
There's
honestly.
not everything is in reverse. Like everything in the Matrix think what they say is in the reverse. This is like the most demonic. The Z on the tanks represents Zeta Grace. Okay, they are standing behind Chinese people, those Zeta Grace.
Hmm.
They almost created this fake story and, like big friendship between Russia and China. In fact, Chinese are standing behind these plans to make Russia attack Ukraine because Chinese wants both countries to fall. Because Russians are mixed with Ukrainians too. That's the thing to remember. And they want the two nations be always enemies, always. Okay, so that's why all this brainwashing plan, like, all this stuff going on. But the fact is, Ukraine is like the center of ancient. There's something ancient energy there is amazing. That I see like it's coming up. It's like a birth of the new earth, but it starts from this one country, Ukraine. And because there's something about the cleanest genes or something in there,
Hmm.
the spirit, the spirit of the land, of the essence of earth is there. There's something about the Dnieper River. It's like the biggest vein that is surrounding, and connecting
Mm-hmm.
through the, and that's why, it's like in my head this a poet Shevchenko, he wrote that but he wrote it in 1851, as if I'm not mistaken, so long time ago in 18th century, that the blood of the invaders will be running down the Dnieper River down to the Black Sea, in his poem that everybody knows. And so this is all connected. They want to kill the Slavic nations, and they're not gonna stop, because I see Poland next. I see Lithuania, Latvia. It's hard to pronounce. It's just different, like the English. Um, that's why they try to, do all this murder in Yugoslavia, former Yugoslavia. It's all about the genes, genetics. It's the genocide. They need to basically destroy all the Slovakian genes. Even like I see Prague, I see Czechoslovakia, all this stuff. It's been done over generations, generations, generations. Mm, but there's a problem, little problem here. They did not. There's something about the soul and spirit connection in this people. In basically, there's this a great connection in some 32% left in Russian people also, that they're very strong.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is they literally got, you can call him antichrist, devil, Nazi, whatever you call this guy in charge of their country, is the one who's causing all this brainwashing. All these people are like by
Okay.
robots
Can you
now.
connect? Can you connect with him and check and ask him who is basically associated? Who's the people they created the plan here? Because it's obvious that that was planned. Obviously, we know there are Chinese people there. What is the other country or other big names that we can channel here?
America knew about it. They were very scared of Russia themselves,
Hmm.
and they decided that, well, mm, it's like American psychics, or whatever you call them, shamans. They knew that Ukraine is kind of like the heart of the. It's like the heart of the planet Terra, you know. It's when they tried so much, but they could not destroy the souls, the who keep reincarnating over and over in the same kind of area, who
Yeah,
know a
because I
lot, who
can
carry the
see.
history and the blood and the
Uh,
DNA.
I can see that was always they always trying to colonize Ukraine. I was watching. I was reading in Wikipedia. It's a really, really unbelievable story. This country was always, murdered. The colonies, different colonies, they always wanted. It's like they never was able to, you know what I mean, to be free. And this, they always trying to, and finally they had the freedom. I think it was 2010. It's possible or before. It was the independence. Maybe I'm making a mistake.
Yeah, yeah. What's really weird? I see kind of like two plans right now in the book. There's one book, two plans. The book looks like it's made out of gold or something, golden cover.
Mm-hmm.
The pages are very ancient. It's like it comes to me like it's been written at the same time when the Bible was. But the Bible was written, I see like reptilian kind of hands on it, because they're tearing out the pages, rewriting stuff, and millions of times, basically. But this book says that they wanted to create like a almost like a desert in Ukraine of some sort, and keep the land for themselves because energetically, the way it was born, this part of the land, the energies are too powerful for them to maintain. That's like this part of land is what they need to take over the whole planet forever type thing. You know what I mean? There's something about it. I see like golden light around it right now.
Okay,
It's
what
almost like
is
the spirits of people are called. It's a weird stuff, you know. It's like layers. There's layer of golden light. It's the people given. It's just people spirits getting together, like at a soul level, right? To
so what
protect their
is the
land. And
what
there's a
is that?
blackness, but blackness, it's like black clouds are going through the layer of golden light and going up. They're basically supplying fuel for the platforms where they keep the souls of
Mm-hmm.
killed soldiers.
I mean, I'm quite sometimes confused because these people. I mean, obviously Ukraine is very, is a very very good country to. It has a gas. It has, it has lots of resources here, and obviously if they destroy this country, how they can feed themselves. But what is next? What is
They want people to leave the country, Ephesians. They don't want Ukrainians to even live there. That's a plan. That's the
really?
first page I see here. Yes. I see like no Ukrainians, no genes connected to the land should be should be there. That's what
Because
they wanted to do.
just check every Ukrainian person, how much consciousness and the vibrations, energy. Can you check? Because if you live in this country, you're very resilient. You're strong. We see how Ukrainian people they fight. They are very very patriotic and loyal. Um, check the vibration of every single individual when born in Ukraine with DNA if it's Ukrainian. Okay. How much left we have here?
You know, it's just like I can tell you this. I see them working at the astral level all together. I see the president, I see everybody. I see our president is this like just golden light. That's how I see golden light, and I see other people around. All Ukrainian people I see. It's like a huge, like endless layer of souls. It's just really amazing to see, and they're all working at the astral level together. They're not. It's almost like they're connected to the bodies, but they're not in the bodies because when the fight happens at the um, level of the Earth's level, right? They are fighting there more than they're fighting at the here, and that's the strength. Because I don't see the Russian soldiers when I try to look like where are their astral bodies, where their etheric. I don't see them. I just see tiny little light inside there, like they're suppressed, and there's like yellow kind of like pus like goo inside their bodies.
Hmm.
Uh, and their minds are like totally just like there's a lot of metal balls inside. What is it feels like it's from the injections or whatever it is, but whatever fluid that goo goes into brain, it forms like metallized kind of like mercury type looking balls, and each ball connects to the other. It grows some weird looking like connections, much like antennas
Okay.
connecting to each other, and that forms, and those are controlled via satellite system from some huge station or whatever it is like up there, right underneath the dome. There's a huge Russian station.
Hmm.
I see it looks like it's not quite round, but it kind of round, but it has sections.
And this is what they
um
control. This is what they control. This.
they shut down completely their rational mind. They can't think, okay? They're just like Godzillas killing
Okay, what
machines.
we can going to send a very, very golden energy, okay, or a really massive that is so powerful that not even the nuclear can stop us. And we're going to send to this basically, satellite and completely expose and weakened. We basically we act, and because instead to shut down the consciousness and the vibrations, we're going to basically to transform in a mirror that it will send the consciousness to the people, and the people they're starting to wake up that what they're doing is not them. They understand that they feel that they have something in the body that they can speed up. At the count of three, Oksana, can you just we can blow together this antenna, okay, and instead to create darkness we can put light. Okay. One.
Yeah, but I'm on some sort of jet and I'm like wearing this black rubber suit, and they call me Blue Ray uh Syrian Force from Series B. And my legs are like, I don't feel them anymore, but we're shooting some blue, powerful. My head is like kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
Blue,
I
powerful,
was
like
sending.
rockets or whatever that is, like the plasma blue, like, and they just like destroy their system, their connection system.
Yeah, I felt that
Um, I
it
feel
was
like they're
this one.
getting like fake commands or something sometimes. Um,
Because they are fake. They are all avatars. I just saw the avatars. They are all automatic. This is why
we're shooting
everything.
some red reptilians. They like they look like beasts.
Hmm.
One of them is staring straight at me. He's got bumpy skin, green, and then he faces red, and then it's got like the red veins in between the green, bumpy, scaly. It's like he looks like a monster thing.
Hmm.
With the big like four fingers, like this.
It comes still from China or is made in Russia.
There's like hybrids of some sort,
Hmm.
but they come from other. No, they come from space, Ephesia.
Okay.
This are
So
just like forced to support the evil coming from this force that China's holding Russian like president like this by the neck, like do what I told you to do, and because they are interested in this. America is under China totally. America is nothing. It's like you push it with one finger falls. That's what I see. I see the child as a Godzilla thing, like the same thing like I see. And there that this Dracos, they're just like red, green, like eyes like was huge. I mean, they're behind them and they're controlling the Zeta Grace. They're controlling all the Grace. There's something about the gray technology that they're using also.
so who's the main powerful person in China? Who's the one that he has the idea? Or there was I don't know, was a group? Is there another Putin there? Somebody like him?
It's a pyramid of control. So the tall whites shaking hands with Draco Reptilian, coalition, whatever group, they're all together. There's grays are underneath them, and higher, just more less significant. It's all about research and whatever DNA, insectoid forms, different insectoids from ants to mantis to bee-like creatures or wasp. I see like wasp-like creatures
The toys.
in, yeah, like, and then on top. Sorry, when I saw um there are all kinds of like alien groups.
Should they want the war, the nuclear war? Yes or not?
Then again, no, some alliances aren't gonna let it happen. War is not an option. Not
Mm-hmm.
gonna happen. Cannot be.
Because they
I
die as
feel
well.
like I feel like the red button or whatever they're scaring the world with is disconnected from the actual rockets at this point. I see a broken cord and I get the information. It's not functioning. You press it, but it would not shoot any bombs.
Okay, what about we going
Dismantled.
to disconnect all this pyramid, you know? We can basically make collapse this pyramid, you know,
Hmm.
triangle. We can go into to basically they make them collapse to be defected, like the reputation they have that everything they do is fake. So basically, fake will going to be this project that can be exposed, okay, for the dark book, for the golden book, the way they call, they will be exposed and basically they will collapse. They will never and all glued all together. I see them all glued all together, you know, because they are fake.
Right. Yeah. Well, Putin is the extension of Hitler. So the commanders, the generals, have
Nice.
metallic skulls. Metallic skulls of Asia. This is
Mm-hmm.
not. These are not human beings. This is some sort of like biological machine. Biological part is only 20%. It's just the skin is biological, grown in the lab, but inside it's all like it's disgusting
Okay.
what is
And now we're
inside.
going to send to them all this, you know, strong energy that will going to all these robotics, all these cyborgs, they will be all defected. Okay. They basically
Right.
collapse. They can't work. We hack them. We hack them with this strong, strong energy. You can see they can't move because they become disabled. Yeah. They have they disable themselves.
Right. Yeah, because they want they want the good people are actually the ones who are like poor people. The mothers of the soldiers who are sent and who have the soul, those soldiers, the young soldiers. They have the soul actually, and the mothers, I see them, they want them to perish because they're gonna get to the point they're not gonna have like bread, not gonna have food. They want them gone because they are the ones who hold the soul of the Slavic DNA in Russia, in Russian territories. They want them gone. They only want these cyborgs who believe in the who already see this is not only propaganda that you like brainwash and like you can unbrainwash.
Mm-hmm.
I see these people. It's almost like you cannot unbrainwash a lot of them. You know what I mean? Because they already have technology stuffed in their heads. It's
Okay.
like they can you can like even if you start killing the nations, they would still not believe that it's happening. Like that's how I see like 98% of brainwashing done to these people.
Is that is something to do with the microchips in the jobs? I'm just wondering.
Not only
Hmm?
not only.
So how
If you see,
they
I see them getting picked up. They get picked up to some special there's like a layer almost in the astral of spaceships. I
Mhm.
see a lot of greys and military and Draco reptilians, and they're all mixed. I mean, it's like hybrids. Okay, I can't really tell you if it's draconian or reptilian exactly, but I see the military uniforms. I see the greys at the labs, and they're inserting discs technology into the people's heads. Those people are corrupt. There's something about the money related stuff. Those who have a lot of money, they're all corrupt. They have all these discs. There's like a metallic disc. It lies kind of like horizontally in the hands. And that disc, it's connected to the heart, and there's no heart. The heart is made out of some sort of technology pieces, technological something like an implant. They're
Okay.
disconnected. Souls are gone. There's no souls. It's like they sold their souls for money.
Okay, if there is no any souls there, then we have to disconnect them with the robotic movements. Okay, we can make them completely not synchronized anymore. Okay, we just make them defected because this is a defection,
Okay.
and it will be all visible to everybody because they're starting to talk about nonsense and basically just to don't be anymore even. Listened for anybody because this basically can see that so the people that without soul or this kind of they will go into you know a defect in front of everybody. So this is what I was projecting, this energy that everything that will going to connect, it's like when you move, when you have like a charger, yes, a unique charger that basically when you disconnect all everybody fall off. I felt.
Right. You know what I see? I see like a body of a human, right? Made
Hmm.
out of energy, earth. It represents earth. So the heart is Ukraine. It's right there. It's like Ukrainian territory overlays the heart. And my heart is hurting right now, actually. So imagine if you take over the heart, you take over the body. That's what it is. And so Ukraine is now helping the whole world. That's the truth. To get rid of the alien races who want humanity under control, and I see humanity put into big cyborg machine, and that's the end of humanity.
Do you think is what they did in Syria, what they did in as well to destroy a country? To the president was almost didn't really did nothing for the civilians.
I feel like I see the whole world is like it's like tears of blood everywhere. It's really they've been destroying so many ancient like DNA and people who carry the knowledge in them. They some people don't even know they do, you know. Like average Ukrainian would not even know that they carry it, but it's in DNA, the ancient knowledge, the shamans, the people who know how to control the energies of rain, of sun, of how to grow crops with their minds, how to move big rocks with their minds, you
Can
know?
you check? Can you check if it is particular aliens, entities? They come from Nibiru because everything started from Nibiru.
Yeah, yeah, well, those that I saw on very top, above the dome, on their spaceships are the ones, Anunnaki. They're the ones.
Okay, so you see, definitely there is a connection with them because
It's
this
it's
started.
it's a race of war. It's a
Mhm.
race of war. That what came to me. They're basically self-destructive because they're stuck in duality themselves, and they created this duality here too. And it's like they were at the point of destroying their own selves, and because they're doing that, they're connected with cords to the center of the earth. The center of the earth now is like it's not a cry, Ephesia. It's like a scream. Okay, it's just like screaming. It's on top of her lungs, the planet right now, to
So
wake up the people.
they
Who
want to erase basically the memory. They want to erase everything because they are created a new order, which I don't think so. By the way, I
That's
don't.
a real split going on, Ephesia. Some people are gonna be leaving the new world order. Some people are. I see the earth splitting, and then at some point it cracks at the bottom. Now it's still connected. It cracks into halves. You know, like a cell splits. One cell splits into
Yeah.
two. Yeah, and this other halves, they're gonna grow the other part, the other half perfectly. But the problem is this one's gonna be on the left, the New World Order. Another one is gonna be the baby of the original Earth
So what's
created.
happening to Baby Earth? That there will be a minority of.
That's what Dolores Cannon used to say. I kind of see the same now. I understand why she was saying it. But she was saying more like She was saying the same exact thing basically. Like Earth splits into two. That's what I see, but I don't see it like they used to draw it two together like this, like an eight. I see
Mhm.
it more like you cut an apple into halves, boom, out, two halves are out. That's how I see it.
So in the other part of the circle, because number eight. So on the left,
Those
we
souls are
see.
gonna be used for a long time by AI technology because they're already running the AI programs. They basically kind of sold themselves to the system for whatever that is, what's the reason, ego, popularity, wanting to be seen, wanting to be trusted, believed, but it's a fake popularity. Ephesia, they're not really.
Okay, what about if we right now we send all these informations, okay, like in a millions and billions of cells in the oxygen, that everybody now, every real awakened, every consciousness awakened, they know what they're doing, and because we know we are God, we can have our power. If everybody is starting to use their own energy together, we can be stronger than them because they are lower energy. This is what we have to remember, guys. Our energy is immense. Is infinity. I can see the number eight for us, but that we can definitely clean up this defected one. We can fix, because even if they use technology, they always technology, they always something robotic.
Ephesia, what I see now, I'm surrounded by just little children. They're made out of golden energy, the energy of original sun.
Hmm.
And as I understand that all the people directly affected by this war who believed and knew that it was happening for real, they're gonna have children. Those souls are gonna incarnate on there. There's a lot of the souls, majority will be incarnated in the families of Ukrainian people, and they're gonna be the ones who are just like bringing this golden energy of strength and peace and respect and love to this right side of the earth that's going to be split and forming. That's going to be back to normal because they destroyed all of this before. They confused people. They killed off people basically before. And the killing off the people, that's what they wanted to repeat the cycle of killing off the whole population of the
Do
Terra again.
do you
But
think
that's not going to happen.
do you think all the people that are all the people that they're finding places in these countries like Poland, all the people that try is safety, they will
The
keep it
people who are
developed.
helping, it doesn't matter if you volunteer or what, your children are going to be those golden souls.
Hmm.
And you're going to be telling them how horrible it was and how you helped. And those are going to be children who are not going to let anything bad ever happen again. I see a lot of them in different countries being born everywhere.
Okay, to finish, we are a bit out of time. To finish, do you think that the vision I always saw about the communities, no more leaders, that is very important, that this mentality, this matrix has to be stopped? I mean, if we live in a new world,
Right.
there will be all community, everybody, like, the birds, they fly all together in synchronicity. So everybody, they have their duty, they have part of a community to admin, you know, the
Right. Yeah.
countries, the towns, the villages, no leaders, because leaders always bring, honestly, bad luck. It's always greediness. Only one person can't dictate, and we know a person that dictates a village, a town, a city, a country, behind him is always a structure. That is why they choose only one leader, a monarch, a king. This
Yeah, well, unfortunately, it looks like. from what I see, that they energetically, um it kind of happened for a reason, okay? Why why the evil forces, the alien forces, were able to create such a monster and put him as a president. I feel like, based out of ignorance of Russian people, they're not gonna like it, but that's the truth. I see energetically that it's almost like they provided the energies for this to be created. But it happened over millenniums. It's not just like, oh, these people who live now, they're guilty. No, 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 no. It's not like that. It's over the period of time, that they became corrupted by the alien beings. It's all about the percentage, okay? I'm not saying that, oh no, there's nobody corrupted in Ukraine, okay? I'm not saying that. There are
Actually,
people
sort of.
there who are also like the same way, they sold their souls for money or whatever. But percentage wise, I see 60% of Russians versus 40 Ukrainians. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
it's about the also this DNA is more like remained kind of pure in Ukraine. Even in Russia, Ukraine, there's also a huge percentage of people that DNA is mixed, Russian Ukrainian DNA. So it's just like, if you go one by one, it's very kind of hard to pinpoint exactly.
Mhm.
But the truth is, these children around me, they created this big dandelion, and they say, like, blow on it, and this is going to be us. And tell the people, not only Ukrainian people, but also Russian and other people, just give birth to the new babies of peace. This is going to be a new generation of peace. This is
Mhm.
going to be us
So will
bringing
be
it and telling.
is this the guy that created Z, the Putin one? He will going to succeed
Mhm.
to basically to conquer Ukraine.
No, he's not. No, 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 no. I see him like. Remember, I told you I saw him in a vision in a coffin.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's gonna kill him. He's not gonna die by himself. Mm-mm. I see like a big, like a knife in his back, but it's a metaphor.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be done in a secret way. I
Can be
don't
an
see. I don't see it's a gun. I don't see like being a gunshot or anything like this.
explosion.
Very secret kind of way.
Mm.
Just like I don't know what it is, a poison or a gas. Feels something like tricky, secret mission going on. I see four people who are planning it, so there's not only one person who's gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a team of people.
Okay.
Because basically he's destroying them. At this point, he's scared of them and they hate him because they destroyed what they owned. It's greed that is gonna kill him. His own greed, that he created in
So
his
what
government.
Gorbachev, what Gorbachev did, basically he basically ruined in just in 10 days. This guy he's ruined all the I mean democracy. I can say in a very very because they're not really free, unfortunately, because you can't protest. You're not allowed to be rich because they obviously in Russia there is only a minority of really big billionaires. There's
It's
not
a
only
system. It's if you don't sell your soul, you cannot be rich. That's why I'm
yeah,
saying I
but
see
it's
this
like a
people who are like
monarchy.
super poor, and they're the ones who know
Super
what it
rich.
is, what the war is. They
Extreme.
they are the only ones who can bring the children of peace.
Hmm.
The other ones cannot. They're by robots already, and, unfortunately. And the thing is, like in those big cities, like people with money, I mean, it has to be the hard awakening that the soul is going to really push the physical body. Hey, wake up, get out of this. perception of ego and greed and money and all this, it's going to be very hard. Some souls are frustrated and walked away from bodies. I see that. So they don't even, they're
All
just
right.
like, I don't want to deal with this rational mind, you
Mhm.
know.
So what we're going to do now is we have to close because obviously you can be very tired. So we're going to send a lot. I can call the rainbow, like a spheric small balls that become huge. We can send all to Ukraine or to the people to awakening. We send to the really the consciousness, rainbow of colors, hope, strength. We can send all together, okay, in order that the people to don't give up on their freedom, to don't be a slave, okay, freedom and no tyranny, okay. We are souls. Okay, we're going to send
Ephesians,
energy,
March 8th to 10th.
and this
That
is the
like
feminine
my mother
energy.
told me 11th, right? The date where she passed. Those are very important days. Because when I saw that, my stomach started hurting real bad. But then after that, like when I look at 11, it like my stomach doesn't hurt anymore. So there's something gonna happen these days. When I said that Putin was gonna be killed, like I see April on this
Hmm.
timeline we're at. So, but because it's hard to get to him, he's sitting in some bunker, but it's not really him. It's not what you think. I can't even classify it as clone, to be honest. It's some sort of like alien technology construction covered with
Like
the skin.
Avatar, like Avatar.
Yeah, I
From
mean,
somebody else that did
it's
move.
not him. The Putin is long time gone. It's just that when I touch him, there's no DNA of Putin.
Melt, melt.
Yeah.
Okay, now because we are sending all this energy. What we're going to do is basically, when you see a building, one is they are building, uh, you know, um, a palace. You can see all the skeleton of the palace. You can see everything inside. Yes, this is what we're going to do. That everything will be exposed, everything, because this is the energy that we inhabit. Because people try to hide, people trying to ambush the truth. They are really they hide everything. They do all these things in the darkness, okay. And we're going to send a lot of energy to wake up all to basically to stop these robots, these soldiers, that they are machines, okay. We're going to send this energy that they can be all defected. If they have to use a rifle against a child, they can basically they can direct the rifle against each other. If they are robot, if they have a consciousness, we're going to send to them the waking up consciousness, okay.
Mm.
If like the soldier that saved the girl saved him. So this is our message, and this is our energy that we're going now to project to them, okay, in order that they really stop and be defected completely. They don't even know how to use a gun anymore.
Right. Well,
Uh,
Zelensky, I'm talking to him. He said that he's from a Universal Space Coalition, Space Force. He volunteered to be a president. He knew there was a high risk. He knew there are timelines. He said he's holding a book in front of me and he says like look what I do. And he goes like this, when you flip the pages real fast in the book?
mhm.
He says that's how your timelines are changing. That's why nobody can really pinpoint when is what and how it's going to happen. He says the only thing is Ukraine is a sacred place. It has to win because that's how you win the whole planet. People don't understand now, but they'll see it for themselves. And they say they'll come to you and tell you that you were right.
And another to finish, to finish is this another message. When somebody thinks that is a positive, wherever people that they have idols, they have this big a glorious idea about a person, and then this person kill other people, other innocent, is not a is not a good sign. When people kill other people, especially when they are unarmed, vulnerable, you are not good vibration. You are a very low vibration. If you like it or not, you have to accept this. And one day you wake up and you're going to feel absolutely. If I wish that you guys wake up and you can see this, because if you still believe in all this, nonsense about a leader, about a dictator, because you are people that like when you have a big love for a rock star, okay, and you are hypnotized by somebody that has a power, and you are just a slave. You are just somebody that is giving energy for free to these idols. This is what is it reminding me, this kind of people.
Yeah, well, he says that it's a huge killer mafia group. It's not, you know, it's the group that doesn't play by the rules. There's no rules, just killing
Okay,
of souls,
we're going to
souls
create.
in the bodies. It's like they want both parts. They want the
Mhm,
physical to eat and the
mhm.
soul to keep and use.
Okay,
That's
of
why they
course.
came.
All these amphibious that we start in the beginning, the frog, the fish, this very monster that they come from the sea. We're going
Mhm.
to basically to give to them to eat this soldier defected, and these are highly poisoned with the nuclear, and every single fish, which is they are soldiers anyway, they can explode it, eating the same basically poison that they're trying to put in the other souls. So basically what they eat will be their own death. This is what I projected to them right now.
Yeah, connected all the metallic heads of the commanders, the killer force, who command the innocent soldiers to kill, who don't want to kill, they don't want to do it. And I just exploded them all. It's like an electrical shock went through their brains. Because they're metallized brains, they're not real people. They just disconnected them from the technology.
Good. Okay, Oksana, if you are ready to come back, I first I ask you to. We can charge each other with this very very high energy. Okay, you can
Hmm.
be to feel very very light, completely. Okay. Now
Hmm.
all surrender the clean up of all these toxic energies that we was connected, but we had to.
Right.
Okay, and at the
We,
count of three, you come back here. One, two, and three.
yeah, there's a golden globe there. There's a golden globe. Everybody goes in there and talks and shares energy and helps. And I see little babies there too. They're gonna reincarnate. All the children who were lost are gonna incarnate right there. There are gonna be a lot of children born after this war. It's gonna be like a crazy amount of children born. You watch.
Did you notice the
Yeah.
image? They are moving very, they come square. You go forward and back. What an energy wave.
I mean, I was going like all over the
Yeah,
place,
I saw
but
even the image, people they can see that they was moving. It's unbelievable. That is how
right.
powerful.
Yeah.
So
I was
after
channeling a lot of people. That's why I talked to Zelensky. I mean, people who don't believe he's a
amazing,
positive guy. He's super
that's what
positive.
amazing.
He volunteered here to come and help.
Yeah,
Because otherwise, if Ukraine falls, the whole world is gonna fall. That's
this
what
is
I
what I
saw on
have.
the
This
other
is what I have.
page.
The feeling because I mean it's impossible that people forget something like that. It's like you see,
Mhm.
people kill in front of you and you don't do nothing because unfortunately it's very tricky to react because China, this is what he wants. This is what he's waiting for.
It's almost like they trained people to see death as something not, far away. And in the movies, they show it all the time, so people became desensitized. But the thing is, like, when people send me on all these apps, Viber, WhatsApp, Messenger, like Telegram, all this. My friends who live there, and they take their own pictures, you know, and they send it to me, and I see it, like I feel it through.
Mhm.
I see like death,
By the
right?
way,
They saw it.
I checking the vibration right now. We changed the vibrations. Was that is
I feel
amazing.
like I'm like flying
Fantastic.
somewhere. My head is flying. I'm not
So
here.
it's to remind everybody, was the we use it today the feminine energy, and the 8th March. I
8th
don't
of
know,
March is it's a Women's Day in
Women's
Europe,
Day.
in
And
Italy,
yes,
in
happy
Prague. All my friends celebrate it from different
Women's Day
countries.
to every mother, to all his children's, to every girl, to every daughter, to every grandma,
Mm.
to everybody. And thank you again, Oksana. This was absolutely special.
Thank you, Fize. Yeah, yeah. I still have the pictures in my head, and it's amazing. I mean, I was lucky to be born on that land. I never realized, but
We
it
come
was
back
for
with
a
a new
reason I was born there.
we can come back with a new one very soon, and we're going to channel with the impact that we're going to have the after. In the meantime, thank you, and I will say bye bye to everybody.
Thank you. Yeah. Till next time. Thanks a lot.